What's up, guys? This is your girl, your favorite host, Queen G, Queen G Live Experience. I almost jumbled my words, so forgive me, y'all. It's only because I have an exciting guest in the building. He is exciting. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to hear from him literally. Okay, so this is a saxophonist. I am excited about having him. This is my first time, interviewing a saxophonist. So, hey, why not? Let us welcome JR Junior Saxophonic. I believe I'm saying it right. Hold on, let's get him in here. Let's get him in the building.
What's up? Right? So this is how I can always tell if you know me or not. It's JR Saxophonic. But we people. And actually, okay, I know Queen anyway.
Well, correction made.
No, it's all good. But yeah, I go by JR Saxophonic. Yep.
How are you, JR?
Man, I'm blessed. I can't complain, man. It's a beautiful Wednesday, and things are good, man. Got the kids back to school, just kind of getting that back to school vibe going, and brother working. That's it,
You have accomplished something I haven't made it through yet. I'm still working toward that way. So
yeah.
Keep your sister in prayer over here. Keep me in prayer.
For sure, man. That back to school struggle is real,
Ooh, for real. Seriously. But tell us about you. Tell us about yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself and
yeah, I'm a musician. I'm an artist, also a social media influencer is what they call it. I call myself a musical influencer. I've had a lot of success with TikTok, being named one of TikTok's top 100 Black creatives on TikTok. I'm actually a partner. Yeah, I'm actually a partner with TikTok. And so I've been, I have weekly meetings with them, and, they kind of train and teach and help us to develop as creators. Just this week, I've hit 67,000 followers on TikTok. I think my IG's building up, my YouTube. I'm releasing some new music pretty soon. Also, shout out to Rockstar Energy, who just made me one of their summer spotlight artists. So that's pretty dope. All right. A couple different things going on. Just recently did a fundraiser with the American Cancer Society. So what am I all about? I'm all about inspiring people, through a new wave of music, and encouraging people through positivity and love. That's a big part of like who I am, and there's a personal reason why I decided to help the American Cancer Society too. We can get into that a little later, but yeah, that's me in a nutshell. Yeah.
One of the things I want to ask you is, what has it been like since your new energy from social media? Like, what is that like? Do people recognize you in the streets, or like what has that been like?
So yeah, it's crazy because actually it was like back in January, I had like a viral video in like 4 days, it hit 1.5 million views. And so like after that video, that's when I started kind of recognizing people were recognizing me out in the street. Like I was in New York like a couple weeks ago, and people would walk up and be like, "Oh my God, you're the dude from the sprinkler video." Because I played sax with this sprinkler. It's like a little melody I made up, and it went viral. It still goes viral like on Instagram right now, but on TikTok it just blew up like almost overnight. And so then
that is amazing.
Yeah,
that is amazing.
It's been tight. So yeah, people are starting to recognize me and things like that, and so I'll be out and they'll be like, "Oh my God, you're the sax dude," or "You JR Saxophonic," and things like that, which is kind of cool, and then I'm getting different brand deals and things like that, and getting different looks like that, and so that's really cool because that secures a bag,
Right. So that's what we work toward. I mean, when you're in this industry, you mainly work toward endorsement deals.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And landing and launching something. And, and you landed a deal with Rocket, you said? Rocket Drink? The energy drink?
Rockstar Energy, actually.
Rockstar. Okay, yeah. Rockstar. I'm sorry.
Rockstar Energy. They're a Pepsi entity. And Lil Baby, not the baby, but Lil Baby is actually the you already know. but is actually the face of the Summer Spotlight, and I am too. So they've picked a ton of different social media musical influencers who they know are artists who've been grinding and who've been hustling. And so we've been getting our hustle on all summer. So I'll be dropping like promotional things all throughout this year that you'll see me with Rockstar Energy Drink. So shout out to Rockstar Energy Drink. You know, hopefully y'all listening. But yeah, so that's been dope. And then I just
look, he definitely doing his endorsements.
Oh yeah,
you are definitely selling it.
Hey,
and killing the game on that part. So man, where did this all begin? Like, when did you start playing?
Wow, so that's a really good question. So I think a lot of it all began in my basement as a kid, right? My dad was a guitar player, and he would do like shows I had three other brothers. I have three other brothers, and he would do shows for us in the basement. Like, he was like a country, blues, gospel guitar player, and he would sing and make up songs downstairs. And so for me, it started there in the basement, you know, him playing for us and us dancing to his music. You know, back then we were listening to, like, you know, the Jacksons, Al Green, Anita Baker, Earth, Wind and Fire, you know, and B.B. King. That's the people that he listened to and introduced us to at a very young age. I mean, I feel like I was born listening to B.B. King and Earth, Wind and Fire and Al Green, you know. And so
I hope everybody's listening, because I want our listeners to understand that parents really do influence their children.
Yeah. So
if you
shout out.
Here's a prime example of someone that was you know what I mean, influenced by their parents in a good way. And you really got to be careful at what you expose your children to, because big
facts. And so my dad was crucial for me. I mean, you know, introducing us to music. My mom was like the children's choir director, so she, you know, kept us right at church, you know. So it was a mix of church and blues and gospel and R&B and, you know, the great legends, you know. So that's where it started for me. Then in sixth grade, I picked up a trumpet, actually. And from there, I caught on really fast. They moved me from like beginning band to advanced band in like a year. So I was like the only sixth grader playing with eighth graders. And then like from there, I moved from like trumpet to baritone. Right, yeah.
You were the smallest guy, huh? With the big band.
Little dude with this big old horn, you know. So she switched me instruments. So I switched to like a baritone, which is like a bigger trumpet to me. It's a 3-valve instrument. Then I switched to the trombone in high school. Then I switched to the tuba in high school. Then I switched to piano. So I started getting piano lessons and got into jazz, and that kind of got things going for me. Then when I went to college, I was like, you know what? Let me try saxophone, because my band director would never let me play. And I was like, yo, this is the one. And so like when I started playing that one, I actually taught myself how to play sax, you know, because my band director wasn't having it, you know. And so
wow, that's awesome. But by then you had an ear for music. You had an ear for sound. And,
for sure.
You know, tones and things like that. But and all the different
and that came from my dad. Yeah, that came from my dad. You know, growing up listening to him play, it developed an ear that we didn't even know we were developing, you know? And so like it made everything it made everything easy. Yeah, easier, I'll say. A little bit more easy. Yeah.
Right. I know what that feels like, because my dad, same thing with us. I mean, even down to my brother Tyrese is the baby of the crew, but he was running around there in a diaper and listening to my dad's band and things like that, and it still end up influencing him. You know, even
that's what I'm saying.
So you just never know, and you know, it really is crucial on how, you know what I mean, our parents influence us.
Yeah, so parents introduce your kids to new things out here in these streets.
Oh yeah, give them, you know, expose them to art, music, the whole nine. Like I allow my kids to do so many different things, and they are TikTokers too, by the way.
Oh yeah, tell them to follow me out here. I follow back out here in these streets. You
know? Yes. I will make sure that they follow you once I get off of here. And we'll have them follow you when they get up. So tell us what you're doing now. What are you working on now as we speak?
So currently, I'll say this: I have a new release coming out with Universal Music Group, with an artist named Los Leos. It's an international recording, and that'll be dropping here in a month or two, which I'm very excited about. And then also I'll be dropping a few singles. So August 19th, I'll be dropping my first single this year. And then like 2 weeks after that, I got something new coming for you. Another one, you know. I feel like DJ Khaled out here. Another one, you know. But nah, man. And then I also go live on TikTok every Tuesday and Thursday night. And I've been averaging about 15,000 viewers per live. God. Yeah, so it's been dope. Yeah, it's been really dope.
You are blessed.
Yeah,
so they actually
incredible.
Come and look for you during those live sessions.
Yeah,
so they can check you out.
Right. Yeah, and so like a lot of times I'm playing live on TikTok. And I normally go like late at night, about 8 or 9 or something like that. And you know, those be pretty lit, man. I'm gonna be honest. You know, they're pretty dope. And you get to see me dance around, and I interact with my followers, and we have a good time, man. But like I said, we're averaging about 15,000 per live, which has been just mind blowing, you know. So
what's been your most interesting interaction with fans so far? I'm talking about the most interesting that just really blew you away, even. Because I know we all have them. We all have moments.
Yeah. You know, I'm a big proponent of, you know, you reap what you sow, you know. So like when people come and interact with my page and things like that, or if just, you know, if we have any kind of contact and you supporting me, I see you, I will actually go visit your page and things like that. And so like I went to some person I didn't even think knew me, and I really liked what they were doing, and I typed under the things like, yo, this is dope. And they just went crazy, like, oh my God, it's JR Saxophonic. I was like, what? That was just, it was just foreign, you know. I was like, how do you know me, you know? And then like, you know, I'll be on your live all the time, and you know, so it's those moments like that, you know.
That is so bomb. Like I love it. I love hearing stuff like that.
That's crazy to me still. I'm still kind of
you least expected that, like
right. And it's just like I went to this DJ live on TikTok because it was dope. You know, she had all this old school jams and everything, and she did the same thing. Oh my God, you're JR Saxophonic. And like I said, I was just like, what? So those things are kind of cool. And then like I was at Walmart, another one. I was at Walmart and I was talking to this lady, and she was just talking back and forth. And then her son like turned to me, and you could just see his face just go, oh. And I was like, and he was like, that's the guy from TikTok. And I was just like,
wait a minute.
Man, yeah.
Am I too laid back about it? Should I be screaming? Like, what should I be doing?
Nah, ain't none of that.
I'm just saying, like.
Nah, I just think.
I'm messing with you. Like, that's dope, though.
I just think people enjoy, you know, meeting somebody they seen on, you know, social media on a viral video or something like that, you know, so.
Right.
Yeah.
So, do you have to like put those videos together? Do you have to come up with concepts and things like that for those viral videos?
Yeah. So I'll tell you. So viral videos are, you know, sometimes far and few in between. But I always plan my content. Like what I'm going to do, I'll try to find something and say, oh, that's interesting. Let me see if I can put my sax on that, you know what I'm saying? Or I'll be like, you know what, let me drop this video, you know? And so like, I'm always thinking outside the box of like, you know, what have sax players already done? And what can I do that I haven't seen done? Because I really want to be a disruptor. I think I might already be a disruptor because I don't know if I see a lot of saxophone players doing what I'm doing right now. And I consider myself an instrumentalist. A lot of people say jazz artist, but I'm an instrumentalist. If it sounds good, I'm gonna play it. So it don't matter what genre it is, I'm gonna rock with it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
That's what's up. I got a question. Are you the type to hear, you know, a melody or a tune and can actually play it as soon as you hear it?
Yeah, for the most part, that's like I said, growing up, if you grew up in church, right? You know, they get and then you had to repeat that right back, right? So like we learned that, you know, so that, yeah, absolutely. That's something I would say is a strength of mine, is that, you know, how quickly I can retain a song, learn it, and flip back and play it back, you know. So yeah,
Right,
absolutely.
right. What about, where are you guys from? You talked about how your dad taught you certain things, but where are you guys from? Like what part of the world are you from?
Yeah, so we're from the heart of Kansas City, born and raised Kansas City. And my dad was actually from Arkansas, man. He grew up on a little small town, called Dumas. And so, he moved to Kansas City, started his life, started his family, and he was a very present father. And so like for me, that's where we grew up, Kansas City, heart of Kansas City, right in the hood. That's my life.
You know what?
Yeah.
I was born in St. Louis, Missouri.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you're right down the street.
That's why I was like, I found out you were from the same, what I mean, neck of the woods. I was so excited. Right. Because most people from that way they're just so down home and so humble, and it's something about that neck of the woods that just really, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, people are legit. I mean, you can legit have a conversation with somebody, and it ain't gonna turn into violence or standoffish, and people not fronting, and people for the most part in the Midwest you get authentic people. I'll say that, authentic people, and I think that's the thing I really love about the Midwest. Yeah, it's just authenticity. Yeah.
What about are you married? Like, do you juggle that as well with your career? Tell us a little bit about that.
So I'm definitely married. It's a juggling act. We just took a 3-week kind of vacation on the East Coast. So we went to DC, we went to North Carolina, we went to Jersey, New York. And I was also doing business too. So I was doing gigs and things like that, traveling. But
I understand that.
We made a collective decision as a family that we wanted to travel and also spend some time with our children, because my daughter, and I didn't mention this yet, but my youngest daughter, who's 5, was diagnosed with stage 3 cancer back in January. Yeah. Jesus. And so she's been going through chemo for the past 6 months. And that's been, I mean, it was
be praying for you guys. Wow.
Yeah. So it was an absolute devastating blow. As a parent, just to hear that from a doctor, and you like, what? No way. Like, what? She was just fine yesterday. What are you talking about?
Right.
But the incredible thing is, even in that, God showed. I'm a firm believer in God, but I really believe God showed His hand, because even throughout the diagnosis, the doctors were like, hey, we're going to go in and remove it. It was on her kidney, and they went in and removed it. And they said, when we went in, the cancerous part of the tumor actually was dying. So when we took it out, it was almost black.
It was already. I see.
And they said, Mr. Ron, we've never seen this at Children's. I'm not going to say the name of the hospital, but we've never seen it. It was a Children's hospital. And they said, the surgeon, he said, I've been working here for 15 years and I've never seen a cancer turn on itself. He said, dude, when I went in, the blood vessel that supplied the tumor to grow wrapped around itself and was choking itself out. And he said, so basically every week when y'all would come back for checkups, it would be smaller and smaller. He said, because it was dying.
And it was dying on the time. Wow.
Yeah. And so and then he said,
good. So either way,
big
either way,
God was handling it. I mean, and so then they did the follow-up chemo.
God does stuff like that. Only God does stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like,
and that's why I always say, like, in all of my lives, I always tell people God is great, you know what I'm saying? Because He really is. He's done incredible things. And for me to deny Him, I feel would be absolutely wrong. So yeah.
Right. Wow. Yeah. I am so grateful that you guys are getting through that and working through it. You know what I mean? I have a son with cerebral palsy.
Wow. Yeah. So
it's not easy being a parent and a child with a condition or anything like that. It's not easy at all.
Absolutely.
But praise God. God is amazing. I'm telling you.
He's working this thing out. And then lastly, August 20th, 3 days after her birthday, is her last treatment. We just got scans and they cannot find any more cancer in her body. And they also said that, the treatment was favorable, which means like she has a 93% chance of it never returning.
Right.
Because of her age, that type of cancer doesn't really develop in children once she gets past that peak, which her peak is now, which is almost 6 years old. So, I mean, just some really miraculous
good
news.
prognosis.
We are super grateful. On top of that, right? So here we go. On top of that, I'm gonna stop talking in a minute. But God has been good. I got to tell it now. But
you gotta tell it and tell it on here on the Queen G Live Experience. Tell me.
But on top of that, TikTok was actually paying attention to what was happening. So as I was kind of on the rise on TikTok, TikTok reached out with the American Cancer Society. And so the American Cancer Society reached out and they wanted to partner with our family. And so we were able to partner with American Cancer Society, raise awareness, one, to encourage other people to get tested and make sure that you're getting tested, getting screened. You got those aches and pains, make sure you get tested, man.
Because who would think a child would have it? Like, no one would think that.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
It's important that the awareness is put out there because no one would ever think that their child, you know what I mean, will be walking around with cancer in their body.
Right. And she just woke up one day with a pain in her side and a fever, and we didn't know what was going on. And, you know, we got all kind of crazy diagnosis. But thank God that they weren't that, you know, because they told us she was internally bleeding. There was nothing they could do at first. And we like, what? So to be where we are today, one more treatment on the way. And again, my daughter is you can go on TikTok. We all shaved our heads with her and everything. And so we've been through that process. And so you can see the TikTok video and all that stuff. So we partnered with American Cancer Society. Just last week, my daughter, my family, we raised not million, one day. But we raised $1,100 on a live event. And we were able to raise a pretty good amount of change for the American Cancer Society. And we'll also be partnering with them.
Every bit helps. It doesn't matter, small, big, or whatever. And if you guys want to donate, please, how can people get in touch with you if they want to continue to donate toward that cause?
So if you follow me on TikTok, just follow me on TikTok. I have a button right above right underneath my name that says donate to the American Cancer Society. Or you can follow me on any of my social media apps. I'm always posting something about the American Cancer Society, and you can donate there, or you can just donate directly. And you know, you can, just you know, that's it. I mean, you're making an impact.
Like he said, he didn't expect his daughter to wake up and have cancer. Come on now, no one expects that. So I mean, we have to, you know, be more aware of these things and know that it exists and understand that it's real. It's real, and parents need help as well as Cancer Society needs help.
Right. Especially with the work that they're doing.
There's Star says I'm a colon cancer survivor.
Let's go. Woo!
Yes,
I'll stop and celebrate everywhere, man, because you know survivors need to be celebrated, man. And exactly. I mean, I've walked with my daughter through this process, man, and I know how exhausting it can be, and just the process, and man, I'll say, Star, I'm proud of you. I don't even have to know you, but I'm proud of you because, man, I've seen the journey firsthand with my baby, and I'm just glad,
Oh my God, I'm so proud of y'all. Like, so you guys went on vacation recently on the East Coast, and also took care of business, as you said.
Right.
So, what was that a good vacation? Like, did you enjoy your vacation?
Yeah, it was absolutely incredible. We did a road trip, so we hopped in the car on them too. And we stopped in St. Louis, by the way. Hey, we did stop in the Louis. And so,
did you see the arch?
We did. Matter of fact, I'm shooting
the video. You gotta see the arch when you go to St. Louis.
I'm shooting the video right now, and I've been shooting in different cities. So I shot in Kansas City, I shot in St. Louis right in front of the arch. I shot in New York City. I can't give everything away, but I got a video dropping pretty soon of my new single.
Right.
And you'll see all your favorite places. The Louis definitely in there. So I'm looking forward to releasing that.
Yeah, the arch is the iconic, famous landmark of St. Louis. That's where I was born at.
Yeah.
I was there probably a couple of years of my life and then moved to Cali. So we got all of our entertainment roots from Cali.
Well, shout out to St. Louis and shout out to Cali, man.
Yes, both cities represent.
Yeah. I'm trying to get out to Cali like maybe next month. I think September or October. So.
Right. You know, I want to hear something.
Oh yeah, man, I got you. Don't even trip. Let me get myself together over here.
You know, I want to hear something. You know, I got it before we close this show. I got to hear your feeling.
Let me play a little bit of my new single. It's called Up All Night. It'll drop August 19th. And so I'll let y'all hear that. And y'all let me know what y'all think, man. If you enjoy it, share this, man. Share the live, man. It's your boy JR Saxophonic. As I say on TikTok, you here on the smoothest place on TikTok.
I feel so honored right now. I feel so honored.
Queen, hey, I appreciate you for the interview. Let's have some fun.
Definitely.
All right, let me set up here. Woo! I just realized something. Let me run this back.
Okay. Uh-oh. Somebody said that's riding by the ocean music.
Yeah, I realized that first when I started playing, I was listening to your audio, so I was
I can't hardly hear you. Okay. What were you saying?
Can you hear me now? Maybe?
I can hear you. The music is cool. It's over.
Over my words.
Yes, there we go.
Cool. There we go. Cool. But yeah, you can hear me now though. Good.
I can hear you now. Yes,
right,
we
great.
can hear your voice.
But yeah,
yes.
I was saying the music was, I was listening to the music through my headphones coming out of your live, so I was a little off in the beginning. And I was like, let me fix this, and so I went over and plugged straight into my mixer. But yeah,
okay.
Yeah,
See,
yeah,
I wouldn't know nothing about the technical side of music.
yeah. No, it's all good. It's perfect.
That's not my expertise, but
nah, Queen. Look,
so how do you know when a problem exists like that? Do you hear it?
Well,
do you hear it, or how do you know?
I'll say it's experience. You know, I've been doing this for a good little while on like virtual stuff. You know, and so the reason I knew that it was a little off sync is because I was like, wait a minute. I know there's a latency or a delay between when I talk to you and when you talk to me. And if I'm hearing my audio coming through your end and I'm playing to that, then that lets me know that it's even more delayed than what I'm playing to. And so when I'm playing, I know that it was off. So then what I had to do, I just unplugged my headphone and went straight to my mixer, which I know is the source. And if it's coming straight from the source, then I'm being synced. And so then I was able to fix it on the fly. And yeah, so that's a little bit of it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wow. Well, it sounds like you are, getting your endorsements in order and doing your and TikTok has done a lot for a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As far as getting them out there and expanding them, on a more wide scale. So that's a blessing too. And thank God for that. Thank God for the TikTok.
Yeah.
Explosion, in other words.
Let's go. My goal is to hit 100K before the end of the year. So hopefully I get 100,000 followers before the end of the year. That's the goal.
That's right. Yeah. We want to make sure that we're following you on all social media platforms and things like that. So I pray that afterward you would go in and write everything in for us. And
I'll make it real simple. It's JR Saxophonic on every platform. It's JR Saxophonic. Just JR Saxophonic.
Let me write that in.
For sure. And thanks, Benji.
No, of course, man. Yeah. Is it JR with a period or just JR?
Just JR.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that makes a difference too. You know what I mean?
It does. Yeah.
We don't want it to be a period where it ain't a period. You know what I mean?
Yeah. On period out here.
SAXOPHONIC, right?
Perfect. You got it. Yep. JR Saxophonic.
Yeah, I want to make sure all my audience, because it's a lot of people that go back later and watch my shows.
Yeah.
So I want them to follow you.
Yeah.
I want them to follow you on this platform and things like that. So what are some of your are you doing any tours soon or anything like that?
Yeah. So I just played in Brooklyn, New York 2 weeks ago. This week I'll be in Kansas City playing in the historic jazz district at the Corner. It's called the Corner this Friday, and it's called Ladies Night Only. So it'll be a fun night. And then August 29th I'll be in Lakeland, Florida, doing a benefit concert we're raising money to provide shoes to young youth in the city who need back to school shoes. So I'll be there in Lakeland, Florida on August 29th. So that'll be fun. And then got some other dates in September coming up here. So yeah, I mean, the calendar's staying busy. And things are good. And you can also get all my information at my website at javelroan.com. So.
Okay. Now this might be a little controversial, but I want to ask it anyway.
Let's go.
Is it tough juggling your career and marriage?
I would say it's just tough juggling marriage, period. If you marry, it's a commitment. It's not something that you do lightly. It's a lifetime thing. So I mean, I think you have to find balance in marriage first before you can do anything else, right?
Right.
So I think you have to first, your home life got to be right before your any other life can be right. That's just, kind of how I think about things. Now when it comes to balancing
Mm-hmm.
it with the career, no, I mean, my wife knows full well like what I was created to do, and so like she loves this. Like I mean, even when
Yeah.
she loves what I'm doing. She understands what I'm doing. A brother does work too, outside of this too, so I work,
Right.
and, provide as well. And so, yeah, so we kind of come
It's
to
a
an agreement.
juggling act. It's a
Yeah.
whole juggling act, and you
Yeah.
gotta balance it all. And I deal with the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes we travel together, sometimes we don't.
Yeah.
You gotta definitely get the kids settled, and it's just
Hmm.
a lot of stuff that goes along with, being an entertainer and
And being married.
having a
Yeah.
full
Yeah. No, but it definitely, it takes work. I mean, like anything, it takes work. You got to recognize, nothing's perfect, and if you're expecting perfect, then you're already messed up. But,
right,
but,
exactly,
but I think,
exactly.
I think you really have to, I think you really just have to do your best. And when I say do your best, I mean, give that time, spend it with
Hmm.
your wife, your spouse, your significant other, give that time. And then to communicate, be able to communicate
Communicate,
and,
yes, it's very
and,
important.
and work on the
Hmm.
work on the vision. Bring them alongside when you're working your vision and telling, what you wanted to accomplish, what you wanted to do. And saying like see how they can come along and help with that, or maybe be involved if they want to. So I mean, I
Right.
think it is a juggling act, because sometimes they may be like, nah, I'm good, I don't want to be involved in any of that. And you got to be okay with that, but then they may say, you know what, let me help with this, and so that really helps along the way. Let me say that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I deal with the same thing. That's why I asked that question, because
Hmm.
it's not
Yeah.
not a simple process. Like, you know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
And then, like you said, with having you work outside of the home as well, and juggling all that, and your independent business as well. And
Yeah.
and independent businesses take work.
Yeah, for
It
sure.
takes
Yeah.
work.
Like you
You
got to
have
balance
to
your
put
books. You got to keep your
into it.
numbers. You got to, you the manager, you're the agent, you're the everything. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yep,
like working through that process, in and of itself can be a full-time job for anybody. Two full-time
exactly,
jobs, if you will.
exactly,
So yeah, yep.
exactly. What is it that you want your fans to know about you?
I think the main thing I want them to know is that, um, just as much support and love that they give to me, I love them right back. I'm not one of them dudes that's like, I'm just trying to get followers and followers and try to build my name, but I really want to make an impact in people's life.
Right.
Because you just never know what a person is going through. I promise you don't. Like, and so like a lot of times we assume and we can hurt people, we can damage people, but at the same time we can build up people, we can restore people. And I'm doing it with my horn. And so like my goal anytime I interact with somebody is that they leave better than when they came. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so like I use my music as my tool, to really give back to other people. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to recognize the gift is never greater than the purpose of why the gift was given. And
Hmm.
so I recognize that the purpose of my gift was not just for me to be like, yo, I can play saxophone or whatever, or you can host it. Are you great at hosting or emceeing and things like that? But no, there's a purpose behind it to make an impact in this world. And like that's my goal is not to waste my time here on this earth, but to make a
And
true
I do
impact
like
through music.
the fact that you join different causes with your
Yeah.
saxophone. Like, you're
Yeah.
not just out here, oh, let me just play
Yeah.
behind get in the band and play. No,
Yeah.
you're actually using it to open the door for a lot of different platforms and bringing awareness to different things.
Yeah.
And that's really, really a blessing. You know
Yeah.
what
And
I
if I can
mean?
share a quick story, like I remember as a youth struggling, like not being able to afford my own instrument. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we grew up, I mean, we weren't dirt poor, but we weren't at the place where my parents could just go out and buy me an instrument if I needed it. And I
Right.
remember, actually, one of my uncles gave me one of his old horns. You know, I didn't even know he played the trombone, but he gave me his horn, and it changed my life, man. Like, I mean, to be able to have my horn at home and to be able to play, man. And so, like, that's another thing that I do is I give instruments away to young people. So a lot of times, if I have an instrument, you know, or I've had an instrument for a while, somebody wants to get rid of an instrument, I'll donate it, and I go to high schools and give back and do clinics with the young people and just spend time, man, you know, connecting. Cause like, man, if you listen to children, man, they are so dope, and they'll teach you how to be a kid again. And it's a good place to be, man, when you can get back to that innocence and that purity of why you do what you do, you know? And so like, I enjoy, you know, opportunities to go to schools and to talk to young people and to just be an influence, man. That's a blessing. And one of my highlights,
Definitely.
yeah, one of my highlights. One of my highlights this week, I probably giving instruments away, has been this week with my daughter. So I was able to get her first instrument, which is a clarinet, and it was so cool, man. Because I've given away a lot of instruments, but none meant more than giving it to my own daughter. So she's kind of coming back and picking up the clarinet. So I'm excited about that one.
Yeah. Is she taken to the instrument well? Is she taken to it? Is she
so her first week on clarinet will be next week. She goes back to middle school next week.
Okay.
But her and her sister, they both play the piano, so they've been playing piano for a while. So they're pretty decent on the piano. Yeah.
Okay. So they do have a ear for sound, of course.
Oh, most definitely.
Because that's the whole, you know, thing is having that ear for sound and knowing what you're taking in. The same thing. I remember Tyrese when he picked up choir in high school, and Mr. Andrews, you know, taught him how to play piano and things like that. And he used to that ear for sound was like so important. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And look at who he ended up becoming. That was crazy. Right. Sometimes I'm still in shock, you know, about the fact that he did so well for his career and music wise, movie wise, the whole nine, you know what I mean? But it can happen. It can happen. And we grew up in Watts, California, which is all inner city. You know what I'm saying? It's hood. All hood. I don't know what he's doing with the. I can't see you. I don't know what happened. He'll probably try to come back in. But thank you guys for watching. Mr. JR Saxophonist. He's amazing. I love his energy, and he's dope. Definitely follow him on TikTok under that name, JR Saxophonist. And he has a huge following on there, so you may want to get in on that. And you got a chance to hear him play for us live, which was amazing. Right here on the Queen G Live Experience. I'm trying to see if he's going to come back on. Oh, there we go. I was like, he's gonna come back on here.
My bad. You know, somebody called like right when I was on the interview, and it just everything went. I saw my screen go black. I was like, I don't think that's supposed to happen. Yeah.
Right.
My bad. I'm back. We in here.
Technology is what it is. It's only so much we can do. You know what I mean?
Right.
Once it's done, it's done.
We back at you.
Give us one last shot at giving us all your social media platforms. Tell us how we can follow you, where we can find you, and
for sure. You can find me on Instagram under JR Saxophonic. You can find me on Facebook under JR Saxophonic. You can find me on TikTok under JR Saxophonic. On YouTube under JR Saxophonic. You can find my music on Spotify, iTunes, Tidal. Under Javel, that's JAH VELLE. I just released some music this year with my boy Knox, who produced a lot of my new music on the CD. And you can find it on Spotify, so stream it. Make sure you subscribe to my channel out here. a brother trying to make it, man. You know what I'm saying?
You trying to work.
I ain't gonna pretend.
You ain't trying. You doing it.
I ain't gonna pretend, man. It's a day-by-day thing. You know what I'm saying? So your support is vital to my success. So thank you so much.
It truly is. It truly is. We want to thank you for definitely joining us today on Queen G Live Experience. And I wanted to see if you can outro us with something.
I got you. Say less. I'm ready.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. JR Saxophonic.
What y'all know about that?
Hey.
This is the part where I normally talk to everybody. Say what's up, follow your boy JR Saxophonic. Hope you enjoy yourself, man. You know, this place on the live right now. We here with Queen G out here having a good time, man. So let's do a little bit more of this sweet love.
Hey. Hey. Now, see, something like that, I'm going to be having you come to my bedroom and everything. You know what I mean? It's that smooth. Like, it's that smooth.
Hey, that's my only rule, yo. Keep it smooth. Keep it smooth, yeah. And
my gosh. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming on today. And
thanks so much.
Blessing us with your talent and your gift and blessing the world, continuing to bless the world.
Absolutely.
You are amazing.
Thank you.
And I just love
You're
what
amazing.
you represent as well. I love what you represent
For sure.
with different causes and things like that. Because they say that your gifts will make room for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
What we are seeing here today with you. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you, Queen. Hey, I appreciate that. That's real love, man. I love, man. Send that right back. I appreciate everybody, man. Just sending love to everybody. And also, man, I just launched my my clothing line, JR Saxophonic. You said it was smooth. My only rule is keep it smooth. So you can check out my clothing line. It's all on my website. But I'd love for y'all to write for JR Saxophonic. Man, I have to get you some, Queen G. I might have to sing you something out here. You know what I'm saying? Got to get your address after.
Bless me. But hit my manager up and get it to her and get it to me. We got some. I want to read some of these comments real quick as we get ready to close out. Hope says awesome. Shay Cross says awesome. Phil Senior says definitely smooth.
Hey, thanks, Phil.
Hope also says love it. And then one of my guests says, what is your IG?
My IG is JR Saxophonic. JR Saxophonic. Yo, we're gonna have so much fun. Keep following me on this journey. Queen G, thank you so much for this interview. Sending big love to you. And my goodness. And thanks so much, man.
Thank you. And see, people don't know what's gonna hit them on here, so they just need to start watching. They need to start watching.
Let's go. Tell them.
Some amazing guests, and anytime you want to come back and give us updates on what you're doing, please feel free to hit my manager up, and she'll schedule you in. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you so much. Have a blessed and wonderful day.
You too. Be blessed. My only rule is keep it smooth. I'll see y'all in a little bit. Bye.
All right, y'all.